Morning everyone. Haven't given an update on my indoor earthworm farm for a while, and I need to feed a bunch of worms this morning, so I thought we'd all take a look and see how it's doing. This is my store-bought one, not the one that I made some videos on, only because this one's easier to get out right now. But this is my store-bought one, Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. You can Google that, and that's where I've been buying my worms, and they do a nice job for me. And I believe I got this for them. This is pretty nice. So I keep a black plastic bag on top. It helps keep the moisture in. Now we're going to pull it back, and as you can see, we've got quite a few worms already. Let's see if the camera's picking them up. Yep. Okay. Now I've got damp paper towel on top, but that's only because that's how we brought down all the carrots, and I just took it and plopped it over on the side here. So we need to root down in here. Here's what's left. Remember me telling you about corn cobs? Here's what's left of a corn cob. They really, oh, here's another one. Ooh, look at the worms. Now this one's been going for several years. And as you can see, it is still just loaded with worms. And I haven't bought new worms to put in here since maybe the spring, could have been last year. At times they're all the worms they'll be breeding, and all the worms will be small, and I go for the smaller ones, but right now it looks like they're mostly big. So I try not to get the big ones any more than I have to, of course, because that's your breeders. But I need a bunch of worms. Even if I could find any, I've got out of frozen bloodworms. Even if I could find any black worms, the price is just wow, out of my price range. Between the odds of how they're not always in such great shape. I haven't bought any black worms in a couple of years. It's got to be too expensive and too much work. So, look at the worms. Fish will be happy today. Now these worms will all make a ball down in the bottom in the water here. You can just cut them up with a pair of scissors. And of course, the more you chomp in there with the scissors, the smaller the pieces will be. Then I rinse them off and use a turkey baster to feed them. So this ought to be enough here to make everybody happy. So I'm going to add in, I get this at the Cab Farmers Market. It's a fine white cornmeal, old-fashioned, nothing added to it. It's just cornmeal. Nice, plain, freshly ground cornmeal. Then I'll pull all this stuff back up. Put the plastic back on top. Now what I do is I only feed on this half right now. So as you can see, there's no worms over here. So this is some fresh soil I put in. So it's time to start moving the worms down this direction. Once I get them all moved down this direction with the food, still need some more water in it though, then I can sift that stuff up there and get the worm castings out. So that's how I keep it going year in and year out, is I keep moving the worms from one side to the other, and then sift it out, replace it with fresh media, and then work it back the other direction. Anybody ever comes up with a sprayer that actually will work, please put it down there in the comments. Look at this thing. And I'm talking, I've paid, you know, I bought a whole bunch at a box store, about 5 or 6 one day. Not a single one of them would work to start with. Great sale. Worms don't work at all. Then the one you watch me attempting to use there, I think I paid like $5 for it. But See, this will start moving the worms down this direction. And then we'll be ready to sift all this for the worm castings and put in fresh dirt. So there's the update on the worms. Now I'm going to take all the worms that we put in this water here. Just take a pair of scissors and just start cutting. The longer you cut, the smaller the pieces will be. Then you want to give them a good rinse to get rid of all the little pieces of dirt that you've also cut up. No point in putting that in the tanks. It won't hurt anything, I don't guess, but it's got a lot of worm castings in it. It may give you a ammonia spike. So I'm going to drain this out. Alright, I've rinsed it out pretty good. You can rinse it more if you want even more of it out, but you can see I just got a whole lot of really nice pieces. Turkey baster will spread that out in my different tanks. Fish will go nuts. Keeps them breeding. The German blue rams and the electric blue orange head blue rams have been particularly prolific thanks to all of these great earthworms. So these are done indoors. There's no smell. It's a small space. You can check my other videos on how to make a small homemade earthworm container that'll work for years and years, and it'll probably cost you less than $15, and you too can be in business with them. Now you can order some worms. Like I said, I use Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. Lots of places online will sell you earthworms. Try to go for the small red wigglers. The big night crawlers are just slimy things. If you're in an area where it's raining a lot right now, you can get a nice starter set of earthworms off the sidewalk and walking along the street. But they're not expensive to get 1,000 worms from Uncle Jim's. He ships them priority. You get them in a couple of days, and they are some great worms. So earthworms are a great live food for your fish. Killifish, everything will eat these things. So that's all there is to taking care of them. Thank you for watching. If you like the videos, please subscribe. Hit the like button down at the bottom if it's a good one for you, and click on the notifications, and it'll let your email will let you know when I send out some new videos. So try and stay warm right now. Thank you for watching.